Hello and welcome to Vox Markets. Today I'm joined by John Mahtani, who is CEO at Media Tech SPAC. How are you today, John?
I'm very well, Zach. How are you, sir?
For those who don't know yet, what is Media Tech SPAC?
Media Tech SPAC is a special purpose acquisition company that was incorporated back in March of this year. And we've got a very dynamic board that we've pulled together in myself, Rick Sennett, and Celia Lee. And the focus of the SPAC is to basically list the business, raise some funds, and then potentially look to go out and make an acquisition within the media and technology space.
And how wide is the remit in terms of doing that?
We're looking at a number of areas. We're looking at things like fintech. We're looking at things like cybersecurity. We're looking at things like immersive technologies, social media platforms, production platforms. So we've got a pretty broad scope, so we don't sort of limit ourselves. But I think the key thing that what we want to try and do, which probably differentiates us from other SPACs, is to get involved in businesses where we believe as a board we can actually add value ongoing, and not just complete an acquisition and then just have to be more there from a governance point of view, if that makes sense.
And I mean, one of the highlights, I suppose, over the last, the post-pandemic period, or since the pandemic started, is the way that tech stocks have really risen strongly, with the NASDAQ at record highs yet again. How does that affect what Media Tech SPAC's doing and what it's going to be doing?
Well, I think that really works to our advantage, because, as you know, markets are very much driven on sentiment, and there's a lot of focus on technology. And I think one of the key beneficiaries of the sentiment associated with the likes of the NASDAQ and a lot of the technology stocks has definitely been the fact that, we've had to look at new ways of working, and technology's come in and really captured that opportunity with both hands. So if you look at companies like Microsoft and Google and Zoom, just two or three to name, that they've seen a huge increase in the demand for their services. And then you look at, if we looked at the entertainment space, for example, if you looked at the likes of a Netflix or an Amazon or a Disney Plus or a HBO Max, you can look at how quickly their subscriber base has grown very much in the last 15 months. I think Netflix has seen probably its biggest growth in 2020, because at the end of the day, lots of other forms of entertainment were being closed down. And they've definitely taken advantage of the fact that they've seen a huge increase in the number of subscribers.
Well, a lot of the names you mentioned, they're international names. They're all being scaled up from maybe somebody's back bedroom. How scalable is what you want to do, and how capable are you of actually scaling things up?
That's a really good question, Zach, because we have a very clear manifest in terms of what we want to do and what we want to achieve. We're looking potentially for businesses, once we've listed, to be able to find a business that has a good management team, innovative technology. But for us, the single biggest factor that we're looking at as a business is to be able to find a business that we can scale globally. Between myself, Rick, and Celia, we've got a huge Rolodeck of international contacts across the globe. And what we want to try and do is find a business where we can actually leverage those relationships and help the business on its way to grow into something very, very significant. And that's where we see the real value that the board actually brings, is to be able to scale the business globally.
We first spoke in March when you were starting up. Now it's sort of 3-4 months later. What are the timelines, or what timelines can you tell us about what Media Tech SPAC is going to do?
So we're making very good progress with our application with the regulators on being able to list. So I hope we can basically conclude those engagements within the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then shortly after that, we'll look to list. Once we've listed, we can then start to scout around to find a good particular target that we feel meets our criteria, and then get involved in an engagement process of looking to do a full reverse takeover.
Well, we look forward to your progress. John Mahtani, CEO of Media Tech SPAC, thank you very much indeed.
Zach, always a pleasure to speak to you, sir, and wishing you a wonderful Sunday as well. Take care.